Hey everybody, what's up? Zach here once again, and tonight we're going to talk just for a minute or two about actually understanding other people's perspectives and point of view, shit in general. Why it's important, why you should at least take a minute to understand it, and then you can make a judgment call of the person after that. Now, this comes down to a lot of things, whether a friend of yours doesn't like somebody you're hanging out with, some friends that your spouse has that you don't like or they don't like you, or hell, just people who are bastards. I mean, you can go anywhere with this. Now, like neighbors and shit, for instance, say they're giving you shit and you're not sure why. Maybe you have a pet that's shitting or pissing in their yard or doing some weird shit like that. You know how it is. Or maybe there's something about the routine. Maybe they get woke up early in the morning and they don't know you're getting up to deal with your kids or getting up to deal with a sick, relatives, shit like that. Anything can be the case. But it's worth, you understand they're pissed off. They need to understand what you're doing. That way, hell, maybe you can get through it and it's a little less grief for both sides. Friends that don't like you, you having other friends. Now, this could be a simple jealousy issue. You're spending time with them, you're not spending time with your original friend, they don't like it. Or, they could know this motherfucker is a shitty son of a bitch, and you don't know that. You have no idea about that at all. So, they could be trying to look out for you. They could be trying to help you, save you a bunch of bullshit, because they know that you're secretly with a psychopathic serial killer who shaves cats and puts their head on stakes in their free time. Bunch of crazy shit. Or it could be somebody who always goes out to the bar and gets hooked up with a bunch of fucked up random people, and they don't want you drug into that because you're dealing with a rough time. That's my point. There's so many fucking perspectives on this. There's like 5 million different ways to look at shit, and you need to understand what the perspective is so you can make your own clear judgment call instead of just getting worked up about the situation going on in the first fucking place. That's pretty important. That's really, really fucking important. Hell, for instance, somebody trying to fuck your boyfriend or your girlfriend. Now, that one's actually really simple. If you're not beating them or emotionally abusing their ass, then usually it's somebody trying to get their dick wet or trying to get some dick or trying to scissor if they want to do all that. Whatever. It's pretty much that. But it's important to understand where people are coming from. Another instance is people who are pissed off because some people don't like the idea of letting Syrian refugees in. Okay, that's simple too. Some people know that when Brussels got fucking bombed, they fucking got hit by terrorists who came in with Syrian refugee passports. See? Some people don't look at it that way. They just think, oh, you're being anti-immigration and you're being a giant dick about it. No. People have worries, they have fears, they have shit that they don't want to deal with. They have shit that doesn't make them happy. They have legitimate fears and causes of concern, but then some people are just naturally fucking douchebags and fucking assholes and don't fuck with them. But until you know for certain, you could either pass up a good friend or you could be friends with a fucking horrible, horrible individual, and you don't want to do that. So, I hope that whoever takes the time to look at this can some way just somehow find a way to fit that into everything, because that shit's really, really fucking important. It's important to understand the people around you because they are around you and they're not gonna just fucking fade away. I mean, the influence is far reaching in the day because we have social media and we have all this other shit, and just because you don't want to hear their opinion doesn't mean that someone else won't. So, I mean, if anybody in your life has a direct influence on it, as a friend, a lover, a family member, anything like that, if they have something good or bad to say to you, even if you don't like it, you don't agree with what they're wanting you to do, quit your job, get with this person, do this, do that, whatever. Even if you don't want to do it, just listen to their reasoning behind it. Because even if you don't do what they exactly say, the reasoning could go a long way to help you out. And that's important. That's really, really important. And maybe if it doesn't help you out like in the physical world or anything, it just gives you a sense of insight into how people are thinking and how they're operating. And it gives you a better way to not fall victim into people's traps and shit like that. Because people are, there's a lot of good people out there, but there's a lot of bad people out there too. And they will try to fuck you up. And it's up to you to not fall into that trap. People are only going to be there to save you so many times. So I hope whoever actually takes the time to hear these words gains something valuable out of this. And this is all for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Zach. See you later.